pasa, mandarinitas?
What's up, Tangerines?
So if you're new to our channel, I'm Maddie.
And I'm Jordan.
And we are Tangerine Travels, just missing our trusty mascot Laska, who is currently en casa. Hoy vamos a hablar un poquito en español, pero no te preocupes. Vamos a poner subtítulos en inglés por todo si no entiendes español. You guys have been asking us for us to do a video in Spanish. Well, we're gonna do a little mix today.
Sí, creo que sí, claro.
Oh my gosh. Estamos caminando a un jardín de cacti. Cactuses?
Yeah, we're going to a cactus garden nearby. Don't really know what to expect, but
Probablemente
there's
muchas
probably going
cactus.
to be a point to this. Or perhaps
Cactus pun.
many points.
Anoche en los comentarios una persona nos pregunta, ¿hay muchos mosquitos en Lake Chapala, en Ajijic?
We have differing opinions on this because I grew up in Minnesota, land of mosquitoes. So here is nothing compared to there. But Maddie, she spent her whole life living in Arizona, where there's hardly any bugs at all. So pretty much anything is a lot.
No es justo. There's mosquitoes, rattlesnakes, scorpions.
Rattlesnakes aren't bugs.
No, but there's lots of dangerous things and bugs. He acts like Arizona is just like barren desert with nothing.
So how are the mosquitoes here? In my opinion, not that bad this year, but we're told from people who live here, they're much worse some other years than they have been this year. But regardless of how bad they are, you do have to be careful with them because it's not too uncommon for people to get dengue fever here. And that's something that shouldn't be taken lightly.
Esta calle que donde estamos se llama El Campo, es junto de la
No
carretera.
se llama El Campo. Se llama El Campo.
Oh damn it. Se llama El Campo, es junto de la carretera. El the main calle.
Calle principal.
Calle principal en Ajijic hay mucha sombra y mariposas. Es más tranquilo que la carretera. Jordan's laughing at me. What the?
I am not laughing at you.
Yes, you are.
I am smiling because I like your Spanish progress.
Oh my gosh. So we're now here in front of this cactus garden.
¿Qué idioma es ese?
Estamos aquí en frente de Vivero Cacti Biosfera.
So we just walked in here and looking around, this is way more diverse than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be pretty lame, to be honest, but it's actually tons of different species of cacti and it's pretty cool.
There's no entry fee or anything, it's completely free.
¿Qué piensas?
Muy bonita, necesitamos explorar. This guy is super interesting. I've never seen a cactus like this before, and trust me, I've seen a lot of cactuses growing up and living in Arizona my whole life.
Cacti.
Cactus is his.
Got to the back of this place.
And it turns out they do sell cacti from around 24 pesos to 200, maybe more for like the extra big ones. We weren't allowed to take any video in there, but there are some damn cute little cacti. Oh my gosh.
And I asked if this was a government project before I actually saw that they sold something and they said no, it's private. And they've been here for about 20 years.
But this is a pretty cool place. I mean, it's small, but there's a lot of cacti crammed in here, and I think it's kind of cool that there's varieties in here that I've never seen, being that I lived in a place that's like cacti galore.
We walked here, but if you're looking to come here from Ajijic, it's probably about a 5-minute drive. You can take the carretera west from Ajijic. You'll see a big sign on the side of the road.
Right now we are stopping into a cemetery in Ajijic, which is actually pretty close to where we're staying, and it's so different than in the US because for the most part you have maybe like a really fancy one would have like a tall a headstone or
in the US
or a statue, whereas here death is much more celebrated. It's not as, I don't know, how would you think of the differences between the US and Mexico?
People really avoid the topic in the US.
Yeah.
Whereas here it's much more open.
I mean, there's a whole holiday about it. Or would you call it a holiday? A celebration? I don't mean to be disrespectful. This is kind of like a weird topic because in the US, that's how it is. Like, people don't celebrate it. It's like a scary thing. Death is scary.
And we even feel a little weird filming here. We were just talking about it. Like,
would it be disrespectful?
Yeah.
Or?
Might feel like that in the US, but so many people have asked us to make a video
in Guadalajara?
In Panteón de Belén, in Guadalajara.
So you guys, I hope this is okay. We're walking around here, but it is really interesting to see like the extensiveness that people put into someone's burial, and it's colorful, there's lots of art. It's just such a huge difference to how it is in the US.
Yeah, I think death in the US is a little bit more taboo. You don't really talk about it. It's much more open here.
And there's certainly no celebration of it one time a year for, what is it, 3 days? I'm really excited to experience that in Mexico because I got to do that one time at Dia de los Muertos, and that was in Tucson, Arizona. So it was like a really big, fun, interesting like parade, and people paint their faces, but I'm sure that's like 10 times cooler. Just like a really memorable experience in Mexico.
So there's some that are way bigger than these others, and I'm wondering if this is for the whole family.
I cannot believe how elaborate some of these are with flowers and designs on them.
So to get through here, you have to go like zoop, 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 back up this way.
It's so big. The more we walk, the more there is. I
know.
I can hardly believe this. Some grass is perfectly maintained and cut, and there's new plants. And then there's other ones like this behind me, which is pretty much overgrown. So it seems like the families are all responsible for taking care of them themselves, which I think is maybe a little bit different than US cemeteries, where you can see across the whole thing the grass will be all cut and sort of just people come and leave flowers if they want to.
Yeah.
Estamos aquí en Restaurante Don Pedro. I'm just kidding. That's what Jordan called it in the last video about this place. We included it. It's actually Restaurante Don Pedro. And right now we're enjoying a promotion that they have going on where if you make a reservation ahead of time, you are able to order a lunch or dinner entree and get free drinks included.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays?
On Tuesdays and Thursdays, yes. I ordered a white wine, Jordan got a margarita, and they just brought us out this house tequila, which is super, super good.
I do not need any shots. I never need shots.
Maybe you'll be able to say Restaurante Don Pedro instead of calling it a dog restaurant.
That was totally unintended last time.
I think you just have problems with your DR.
Well, yeah, I do, and sometimes I feel like I roll my R's too much, and other times not enough. I don't know, I still struggle with it. My tongue still needs to get used to saying certain words. Restaurante Don Pedro. Don Pedro. Just going with it. This is 120 pesos. I think it's unlimited free drinks on Tuesdays and Thursdays with reservations. Really good deal. Highly recommend this place.
And it includes beans and rice as well. They're really good so far about allergies. This is my dish. Estas pollo romano. So my chicken dish was either 120 or 125, and it also includes 2 sides. I just had to only get the salad because the other options included onion. But yeah, really big portion of chicken. Okay, so as soon as I tried a bite of that, I didn't turn the camera on again because I just stuffed my face. But I thought the Peacock Garden was my favorite chicken that I'd ever tried in Mexico, but I think that place is probably my new favorite restaurant. And also their house tequila is super good. I can't put my finger on like the fruity floralness that the tequila has, but I really like it.
Yeah, it's good. That place seems to be pretty underrated in my opinion.
I think so too.
It's normally not very busy, but man, I think that place should be packed on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not busy. There's a thing that people have said to us before and that I would agree with to this point, like you can tell how good a restaurant is by how many people are there. And the more locals you see there, the better it probably is. Maybe it's because like people don't know about the promotion or something, because I feel like if that was 120 or 125 pesos plus drinks, I mean that seems like a pretty reasonable price.
Heck yeah, I'd go back there.
Yes. Recommend. 2 thumbs up.
And it's right across the street from the brew house.
2 thumbs up.
Oh, my thumb is the other thumb.
Holding the camera with my other thumb. So the last thing I forgot to mention about that restaurant is that we tasted this butter that was there. Some of you guys might know that I wasn't able to have dairy for a really long time because it gave me migraines. So when I tasted this butter, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the closest I've ever tasted to butter that I had when I was really, really little. And something that I might have even had like from a farm or something with no food miles whatsoever. It was so good, so natural, it tasted just like pure butter. So we had to ask where it was from, and I believe I remember he said Michoacan, which is a state south of here, and he said that was the closest that they were able to find this cremeria natural butter. You can't buy it here in Ajijic.
We asked for some to go.
Yeah, we asked for some to go. That makes me think that a lot of other ingredients in this restaurant were really natural as well. So yeah, multiple reasons why we'll definitely be going back there.
So we switched to a Mexican cell phone provider a little while back, and we thought it'd be easy to like recharge every month online, but apparently it's pretty difficult with foreign cards.
Or via the app, people recommended that
via
a
the
lot.
app too, but it just kept declining the cards and it was a huge pain in the butt. So right now we're going into a Telcel authorized retailer. They're all over the place, so we're hoping to get our phones recharged.
By the way, curious to know if you guys have any solutions for spam calling, because this hasn't happened to Jordan at all, but for me it's like 2 dozen or 3 dozen times a day I have spam numbers calling me. I block the call immediately, it still continues to happen. So, but if you guys have any advice for this, maybe like a number that you can call. I don't know if this happens to other people, or maybe somehow I just got the most popular person in Mexico's phone number. Anyway, we're going into Telcel now.
¿Nos gustaría recarga de 300, por favor?
No?
I didn't know you could run out because I thought this was all digital, but let's go on the next one. ¿Nos gustaría recarga, por favor?
Telcel,
Sí.
sí.
¿De 300?
Sí.
¿Le pongo paquete?
Sí, se ve correcto. Sí.
Mira, aquí está otra vez para que lo verifiques.
Sí.
Ya está la primera. ¿Serían 300?
Sí, y el otro número también, por favor.
Deje preguntar porque yo nomás tengo 94.
What I think is going on right now is they only have a certain amount of credit. They like ran out and they only have 94 pesos left in credit, and she has to go ask if like she can recharge it or something.
No, ahorita no tengo. Tampoco tiene. No, tampoco tiene.
Hola.
Necesito un carga por Telcel.
¿Recarga?
¿Tiene este aquí?
¿Telcel?
Sí.
¿Cuánto?
Un plan de 300.
¿Cubre 300?
El número de teléfono es
Primero.
debajo es 3.
300. Sí. ¿Y necesitamos hacer algo más o es todo? You're good to go.
All right, that was simple.
Wow.
Oxo is the way to go. In the US, doing something the manual way is in going into a store or doing it not online
Across the street.
is usually seen as the difficult way to do it, and usually you can save a lot of time by doing it online, not doing it over the phone. But in this case, what would you say about this experience?
That was so easy going into Oxo. It was way more complicated going into the Telcel authorized retailer or whatever.
Or doing it online.
But we just asked for una recarga de Telcel, which is like a Telcel recharge.
The package for 300 pesos.
And then they asked for the phone number. They entered it twice into the computer.
Bada bing, bada boom, recharged. And you would think, oh man, you have to go into a Telcel store, what a drag. But you would be hard pressed to throw a rock and not hit
In Oxo.
an Oxo in Mexico. So yeah, that was super easy. I honestly think don't bother doing it online unless they update their systems or something like that, because it's kind of a pain in the patootie.
I mean, maybe if you have a Mexican bank or something, it would
Maybe,
be much easier.
yeah, I don't know, maybe for us it's more complicated, or maybe we're just idiots, I don't know, but going to the store was not that hard. I would recommend that over doing it online. So we've now had Telcel for approximately, what is it, 3 or 4 months?
I'll say a few, because then I'm not wrong.
Looking back, I think we really wish that we had done it sooner. It's way cheaper than having T-Mobile, which was $50 US for each of us per month.
And that was the cheapest thing we could find from Mexico.
Absolutely.
Like coming from the US.
Where it still worked in Mexico, but they eventually kicked us off, and we wish they did it sooner because we would have saved some money. We have unlimited for social media like Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp as well, so that's really nice.
And then 2.5 gigs of data, unlimited texting, calling.
Yeah, so it works really well for us. I don't really think that this is a lower quality plan than something like T-Mobile or Verizon.
Yeah, in fact, T-Mobile is usually using Telcel's towers.
If you're curious how it worked for us to get a Telcel plan, we did an entire video for this as far as like start to finish what was required and how the process went, how easy it was for us doing it in Spanish and things like that. We'll link to that right approximately here. I think there's a fire over there.
Lord Jesus, there's a fire! We're just sitting here out on the Ajijic Malecon. I cannot say that
Malecon?
word. Malecon. We're out here on the Ajijic Malecon. It's a gorgeous evening out, sitting by the lake. We just want to tell all of you guys who watch all of our videos and leave nice comments, thank you so much. It means the world to us. We can't believe how many of you depend on this information and are excited to watch our videos every day. With the territory of us not being afraid to say, like, get to the negative side of things, well, with that comes a lot of hate comments. And just yesterday, probably 25 people told us, get out of Mexico.
Go back to the US.
Yeah, and that was the nicest way they phrased it.
Yeah.
When we get so many of those, it really, really helps to have all this positive encouragement.
So yeah, at the core of what we're saying is thank you for just taking the time to leave nice comments or provide feedback in a tactful way. By all means, disagree with us if you think we're wrong about something. We encourage that in a respectful way. But yes, thank you for all the nice comments because, I mean, we get personally attacked unnecessarily personally attacked every single day for whatever, misunderstandings or disagreements or whatever it is.
So if you're reading through all the comments, you're not going to see 99% of these because we have notifications on our phone. We see most comments almost immediately and we delete any ones that are mean.
Unnecessarily mean, just
yes.
to focus on that. Like we said, disagree with us all you want, that's perfectly fine. We're not just trying to be friends with people who only agree with everything we say because those are kind of fake people, so keep your unkind comments to yourself.
If you've stuck with us until now, thank you. Give this video a thumbs up.
And subscribe to our channel to see more videos we're putting out about Mexico. And gong that bell so you get notified the next time we put out a new video. And we will see you there.